Hey there, team. Welcome to a battle I've been holding off on for a little while. I've been quite excited about it, for sure. Sent in by Misty, but this is actually shown from Starkiller, who I think is here. He's got this up on his channel. Another one of these Guardians of Chaos little squabbles. I believe most of them... Oh, wait! Starkiller's over there. Oh, well. You can see there... Maybe he's got from somebody else's perspective. But anyway, what we have here is quite a cool little situation with a lot of gobos up against much more of a militia-oriented defense. As I say, I think this is more... You know, we're not going to see as much of the uber elites as we often get from a defense, and a lot of hordes for the attackers. But anyway, we'll go for Beastie, Cave Troll Drummers. Let's say just there for the aesthetic today, not actually providing their bonus, unfortunately, but still very unpleasant. As I say, if there is some, well, if there are some lower quality troops on the defense today, these Cave Troll Drummers will smash some down. Gobbo infantry there, nice and armor upgraded though, which is cool to see. Heavy Gobbo infantry and more Goblin infantry as well from Beastie. Oh goodness me! Wow. Okay, it really is the swarm from Misty today. And then we've got some Mountain Uruk host, who are going to be pretty difficult to deal with. And we've got the General in with some Black Uruks, the mountains. So again, that's sort of showing the real lack of elites for the attackers as well. But that morale from those Gobbo infantry is going to be a struggle. But Starkiller over here, he's got his Gobbo archers. Again, a lot of infantry, but he's got more archers. That's clear to see. I'm wondering if we're going to get some snag of skirms. He's got some Goblin King bodyguard, but even, you know, they aren't the best of the best. And at least they will be providing their general morale buff around them. Then, lastly, Valkyrian for the attack. Once again, a lot of these armor upgraded Goblin infantry. Not a model that we see all that much. I do like it a lot, and it looks a lot like the... They remind me a lot of the Dol Guldur goblins in Divide and Conquer with that sort of armor upgrade. But yeah, nice to see them here for sure. And they've got some Blackback Mountain Berserkers. Once again, going to be very difficult to shut those down unless the defenders can shoot them up, which... Yeah. I mean, Edoras, there's not a lot of places to hide as an attacker, and he does have some snag of skirms in the back, so anything that is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with them is going to have to avoid that firepower. No wargs, but, you know, we'll see. I don't know if the defenders will have been allowed to take that. As I say, Starkiller's video will be in the description. Definitely check that out for the sake of, well, one, to see what he's up to and why he's making the decisions he's making, and also he's probably got a bit more detail about how these armies were actually formed and any special rules that I may be forgetting. Gondorian infantry, it's militia infantry with that armor upgrade. I love the armor upgraded militia infantry. I think they look so cool with that sort of black and silver look. Some civvies in the back there. Gonna be, yeah, going toe-to-toe with some goblins for sure. More Gondorian militia, civilians along the line. Yeah, militia and civilians gonna be the way of it. It looks like Gondor's really garrisoning the northern side of this defense. More militia archers up there, and some, yeah, militia archers and infantry. They'll be moving away from each other shortly, I'm sure. And then Lord Touchme is on the top. His ally today is Arthedain by Rain Weatherstall. Not actually seen before, but he is some armor up, fully armor upgraded Evanham Spear, so they get that Fornost and Defender armor. They aren't quite as good as what they appear, but they're solid. Like, they're a solid militia unit. Let's say Gondor and Arthedain both have got some decent... oh, goodness me, that's a lot of civilians that have been rounded up to defend this. I don't really want to call this Edoras. I'll be referring to it as sort of a Hillfort, I suspect. Just sort of a standard Hillfort defended by Arthedain and Gondor here up against this Goblin swarm. We do have some heavily armoured Arthedain men-at-arms in the back, and even some Wardens of the White Tower. Over here, some Wardens in the north. Good. Definitely want them to be shooting down the likes of the Berserkers, because that's something that we're going to struggle against. And that is that. Okay. Also some Evanham archers settling in over there. Immediately, a little bit worried. I mean, at least we don't have a lot of cave trolls to worry about. And Beastie's army, lacking like a proper elite. But I guess Beastie's got more Mountain Uruk host. So they're not going to go down very easy at all. It's all going to be down to how the defenders use their ammunition and how firmly they want to defend this outer level. Because they've both gone, well, because they're both very heavy militia, they do have the numbers to kind of put up a bit of defense on the outer levels. Even if they do end up busting holes all over the place, I say when you're attacking Edoras, you want to just bring as many rams as you really can, because you can just hammer in everywhere across this wall. Just give yourselves as many opportunities to burst in as possible. Lord Touchme taking a bit of fire to his militia infantry there, but in all honesty, I'd probably take that. From those little goblin archers to your front with an armor upgraded militia infantryman and his shield, you should be okay. Not fun, but if somebody's got to take that beating, I'd have it be the militia infantry there. So that the civvies in their mass numbers, they would be absolutely just pinged down, no armor for them. So every arrow, even such a low damage arrow as that, you know, probably most of those arrows are going to kill. Even though the civilians are much lower cost and lower quality unit than the Gondorian militia infantry, I'd probably spend my arrows on the civvies just because of how many kills you're going to get compared to shooting at the militia infantry. If I got a shot square into their back, maybe that would change things. Over here, that is not really an option for Beastie. Oh, snag a skirt. Oh, no, he does have some goblin archers that I didn't spot. So they're opening up, and yes, right, you can see here, yeah, frame rather, oh god. Yeah, how quickly they've just gone down. As I say, very, very low cost ammunition on these guys, and gals in this case, and they are just dropping like flies. So certainly quite worth it. And I mean, these civvies are gonna, man for man, they're probably gonna take on your goblin infantry. So it's worth it to bring some of them down. Yeah, and it looks like Frayne Ritherstock is getting a little bit panicked there. Only natural. I'm just going to call him Frayne from this point on, I think. But I think he is a bit of a newer player, and he is just getting a little bit flustered. But if Beastie comes slamming on in right away, that hopefully is going to work out okay for this Arthedain player. Lord Touchme falling back, certainly not a new player him, so looks like he's handling things quite nicely. This is going to be happening for a good while as these walls are destroyed all across the Hillfort. But yeah, Starkiller rushing on in. We've got a few blockages of civilians setting up. Yeah, I like this a lot from Lord Touchme. Don't just try and hold the wall itself, fall back. The issue with falling back, though, is he's exposed himself to more fire. But because his infantry, as I say, they're making up the front, or the first line of defense, it's going to be okay. Now, Lord Touchme's holding this position too. Ugh, I would have maybe just let this area fall. Just because Beastie could slam something up into your backs. Bit of a worry. Are those some lumbermen that I'm spotting? No, it's just civilians. Can Arthedain... I don't think... Arthedain can't get lumbermen. And neither can Gondor. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it would help to counteract one of Arthedain's main issues, which is just the fact that they have very little armor piercing and no access to real cheap armor piercing. So if they could just get lumbermen, that would counteract that. But they would be quite nice and thematic for this sort of fight. We are totally surrounding this unit from Beastie. And yes, civvies, man for man, doing okay up against those gobbles. There's a lot more gobbles to come. What are we at here? Yeah, 7 for 11 right now, but this is strange. It's very different to most sieges. The defenders are usually going to actually lose more people in the initial stages. That's actually quite a nice shot, especially with a little troll drummers in the back, maybe. That could make a nice little thumbnail. But as I say, with Edoras, usually you've got the defenders taking that initial damage, those initial losses, just because they've got no cover. I've got one of my friends there, Woden, loading up Battlefleet Gothic 2. I swear he must have like 3,000 hours in Battlefleet Gothic 2 at this point. I love it, it's a good game, but I'm wondering, how is he spending his time? Civvies over here taking a bit of a beating. Yeah, see, Lord Touchme, I would have had my militia in front of the civilians. But maybe I'm just being a bit silly with that, but I just feel that the numbers of civilians here, civilians are no longer just a trash unit in this fight. Up against, you know, the primary composition of the enemy forces are Goblin infantry. Now, of course, this would usually be a really bad idea, sending your troll drummers right in, but right now that morale buffing effect is broken, so using them in this way, so you're kind of using them as cave trolls right now. They do have quite a nice high attack value, but they are going to go down pretty quick. Still, walls being broken across the fort. Goodness me. Archers there from Starkiller getting a good shot in there, actually. Really finding a good avenue. And that's hitting mostly their right side, so the shields aren't coming into play. Goodness me, boys. Are we done? All the walls broken? Please. I think we're finished. No, over here, yeah, Lord Touch Me. Ooh, grinding. Grinding quite effectively. Even up against those heavy goblin infantry that do actually have quite a nice armor value. The militiamen are standing, but how long is their morale going to hold out? That's the issue. We'll see, we'll see. They're doing quite nicely for now. And it seems over in this position, yeah, it's worked out quite nicely for him. And he might be able to get... Oh, he's about to get some javelins. Nice synchronized kill from the boys there. Oh, 3 of them. Good stuff. Snag a skirms? Ooh, because they're almost through. And there's not really anything to stop them, apart from the body... I'd maybe get the bodyguard over here. I think that's what Starkiller's off to do. Get that sorted. How's the civilian mob from Frayne doing? Actually, not so bad. Totally surrounding. Again, yeah. Letting him come in and then just bottling him up like this, just sort of working on his low morale, is working out okay. But over here on the left, it's not so much. We've actually pushed out through the gate. Bit of an accident, I'm sure. But they have enough archers. Seeing that, things are going okay for them. Things are going not too bad at all there as they slice that on down. I'd be interested to know if those Evandom archers that are in melee, they're actually out of ammo. It's always, you know, I suspect they are out of ammo. There are times where I've seen it work out, actually just sending them in from melee for a quick minute, suffering a few losses for sure, but just, you know, and then getting them out to use the rest of their ammo can be okay, as long as you can guarantee getting them out. That's a big break. Now, these archers here cannot use fire ammunition, which is a big deal, because, oh god, that would be too much. If these Gondor militia archers could be using fire ammunition on the low morale goblins, would just be horrific for the attack. We're already getting some routes across the board. At least these heavy goblin infantry are going to be soaking up damage quite effectively. Cat has been disturbed by my voice, so she's coming in over to hang out. Hopefully she chills. I think she'll be fine. She'll be all right. Nice coming around here by Valkyrian. Can you get a little bit further around there? Well, I mean, he seems to be getting some effective hits in there anyway. A lot of that's going to be hitting the shields of these infantrymen, though. It still would, even if he got around the flank. But could he maybe... You could line up there, maybe. That would be beautiful if Valkyrian could have gotten some guys. Even those Goblin archers sitting up there, getting some shots in. That would be wondrous. Looks like it's defeat is certain for both sides. I think it's just going back and forth a little bit right now. Those infantry having a bit of trouble. Archers running low on ammunition. So the likes of the berserkers might be coming forward shortly. How did that... Yeah, Goblin King Bodyguard came on in here, and that's nice. We've got Starkiller fully surrounding this this little position here. They're going to be breaking shortly. That's unfortunate, but Beastie was attacking here by himself, and he's drained a lot of manpower. And he is, I mean, he's 1v1'd Arthedain, which has allowed his allies to, oh, even taking a few Lord Touchme's forces too. So his sacrifice will hopefully not be in vain for his allies across the way, but he's not really going to gain much more ground here. Actually, saying that, zooming in, this seems to be going in their favour. How is that the case? Goblin infantry, archers, heavy goblin infantry. That's surprising. Maybe it's just a few of these guys getting around the flank. Some civvies fighting to the death. Very brave of her. Oh dear, slashed in the back. Some breaks there. Yeah, reinforcements sorting that out. Frayne sending in these out of ammunition Evandom archers to try and bulk up the line. I totally forgot about the Mountain Uruk host as well. Dearie me. Just about as good as the likes of Urukai infantry. So they really will be able to slice through everything. Even the armor upgraded Arthedain men at arms going to be having a lot of trouble against those guys. Shots coming in from Lord Touch Me. It does seem to be the effort is really being made to wipe out Beastie, so that we can then focus on this side, but with the Berserkers arriving, ooh, yeah, this is starting to get a bit dicey. Lord Touchme looks like he's maybe sallying forth. I'd consider falling back. This is where we need the Wardens of the North, but I don't know if Frayne will be focusing in over there. No, doesn't look like it. Wardens of the North remaining in the back, unfortunately. We really could use those guys forward, because the Berserkers would yeah, absolutely evaporate to that sort of fire. And in melee, the Berserkers are going to be able to beat anything there. Even, you know, the Wardens of the White Tower are going to be struggling up against an armor-piercing unit like that. Being Gondorian elites, they really do rely on that armor still, even if they do have quite a lot of defensive ability. Lord is still out here in the flanks. He's taken, yeah, he's done some good damage to the bodyguard. A few of those guys still fighting bravely, even down to 10 men. Slicing down a few more of Starkiller's forces. Dear me. Thought this was going very, very well for the defenders, and it was. But no, the boys brought in their elite units at the sort of the right time there. And Beastie's sort of solid core of Mountain Orc Coast, yeah, doing the right thing, coming in to help break the back of Lord's forces, help Starkiller get some more efficient, you know, destruction going on here. That's a big break. These infantry are not going to stand too much longer either. And with the Berserkers behind them, nobody's getting out of that. But still, those Berserkers being so bold. If we were just a little bit more aggressive with our Wardens to the North, that's another big break. Just trying to fall back. Looks like, yeah, we're going all the way back to the final defensive line, which is interesting. And I mean, the attackers have used up quite a lot of their ammunition too. Without elite units here, though, these militia archers have sort of caught a decent little fight. I don't know if I would have taken it, though. Because this is a nice exchange for them, but I worry about them getting backstabbed. Saying that, though, nothing really around to backstab them. So if they can just have a little fight here for a while, slice down some of these infantrymen, fair enough. Maybe even take a quick javelin volley, protect some of their elites. That could be alright. I say I keep talking up the Berserkers, but those Wardens of the White Tower have not suffered any damage. Neither have the Wardens of the North. Even, you know, after they use up their ammunition, they're brutal sword masters. So that's not too bad. Of course, where are the Wardens, actually? Yeah, Arthedain men-at-arms. Again, lots of armor upgrades for the boys. Gonna be doing alright. Where are those Wardens? Wardens! I need to talk about you. No, okay. I was just gonna mention they are, of course, not going to be a sword and board unit. They're there. Not going to be a sword and board unit for too much longer. They're going to be, well, they're going to be keeping that shield, but that shield's going to be on their back, and they're going to be two-handed swordsmen. Really sort of messy looking guys in the new version of the game. Not that they're bad now, but Gondor will once again have a sword master, and that'll be quite nice for them. Or an elite sword master. There are the Ravenhelms of Caer Andros already. The militia archers there holding out quite nicely. See, these Gondor militia armies, they used to be a lot more common in back in the previous version of the game. There was a menace, like Gondor was an absolute menace on the open field, because they would just have entire Gondor like militia archer and like Gondorian archer battle lines. The previous version was very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Running away, kiting, that's it. It was very kite focused, the gameplay, and very tricky. But this new, well, in the previous, well, the version we have right now, they did away with that. Militia archers really became a lot worse, a lot less accurate, so you weren't able to make those massive archer armies anymore. Or, well, you could, but they wouldn't be as useful. Looks like everybody is just gathering up. 39 down to, and a few of them kind of bloodied. I say, if we get one good volley, no, two good volleys off those wardens of the North, right into the Berserkers there, I will feel very good about the defenders' chances. The attackers are running very low on ammunition. The defenders are running very low on ammunition, but they've still got that armor-piercing arrow fire, high damage arrow fire too. that could just be really, really brutal. I think one good volley, this unit's breaking here. No point in trying to run away with it, because if you try to run away with it, they're going to break no matter what. So I'm sure that Lord is just hoping that he can take a quick volley. No, doesn't look like he's going to get that chance. Let's see. I think I'm already pretty happy with one of my thumbnails, but we'll grab that all the same, just in case. They can't get a shot. They cannot get a shot. Troll drummers once again coming in, being the blitzkrieg that's needed. And that was actually quite a clean getaway. How about these guys? 55 before routing. Even a quick kill before he leaves. 54. Is he going to die for his troubles? No, he's going to get away. Valkyrian trying to grab some of these guys as they rout. That's unfortunate for the attackers. Very lucky for the defenders. They got away very clean with those two routes. Those units, even if they just fall back to the town centre and glitch out, they're just going to be troops that the attackers have to kill later on. Hopefully they return to the town centre and don't glitch and they come back as normal, but we'll just have to see how that goes. These Evendim spears are going to be a pretty menacing thing to get through alongside the Gondor militia infantry. It's not going to be fun. Now, as I say, the boys could line up and just hurl their javelins right into the face of this, but that's a lot of shields. Oh god, look at that shield. That's, I don't know which one's my favourite design for the militia. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like the black tree on the white background. That looks pretty nice as well, but just this covering on the sides. I like to think those the militiamen sort of have their shields painted either by themselves or their family members are painting them, and it's quite a cute thought. Makes it a bit sad when they get taken down with these javelins, of course. Showing their backs, that's a bit of a shame. But as I say, if they sit like this and they just take it, it's unfortunate, but it's okay. You know, if that's all you can really do, then just exposing them to this is fair enough, because they will negate a lot of that damage, and it will just keep, as I say, your important units, your civilians there, a bit safer. Still, we do need to think about doing something with those wardens. When you're back in this fallback point, though, there's not really any options. That's why people do like to defend sort of further back there, so you can be a little bit more active with your archers and your own javelins. Oh, quick little sally there from Lord. A bloodied up unit trying to sort of just get in here and cause a break to the skirms. 30 men there, 15. I don't know. I don't think I would have done that. What I would have preferred to do there would have been to line up those small units, that 30-man unit and that 15-man unit, and I would have had that right at the front to take the javelin fire, rather than sallying out to try and cause a break. Saying that though, these 13 guys still doing it. God, if they end up getting a break and I eat my words, I hope I do, but I don't think I am in this case. Now they'll get a few more kills, but like I think they would have been better served just soaking up javelins rather than coming in here and trying to get a break. Somebody, Valkyrian, get these guys killed. They're gonna keep gutting their way through. Like these guys, those 12 guys, if their morale held, they could happily kill their way through these 55 skirms, because the skirms aren't really fighting them back right now. Oh, holy smokes! Nah, they broke there. Nah, that's a shame. But let's see, I think they're better off just taking the damage. As grim as it is, as frustrating as it is, sometimes you've just got to take the damage. If you don't have any range units to counter it, you just got to take the damage. Wards of the North, at least they're being utilised here. And to be honest, they've got a good shot right, over their allies' heads there, into the enemy lines. I don't think they can really shoot them in the back. Handful of them maybe, but not enough. Misty, what are you going to be exposing? As long as he doesn't send up his... Yeah, this would be a real unfortunate thing if those Black Orcs end up getting shot up by the Wardens. Even the Mountain Orc host would be a damn shame. At this point, though, I'm starting to feel like we need to get that ammunition spent. Some of the Goblin infantry do not actually have that armor. Hey. I just needed to yell at my cat. She's just mad. I'll pick her up when she passes by, just to stop her from trying to scratch away at my door frame. Anyway, good. A lot more troops here from Lord Touch Me. Oh, it's a mixture. It is a mixture from the boys. Bit of up and over fire. I don't know. We do have accurate shooters. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Not upset about that. Still, I maybe wouldn't do it myself, but decent enough. Good to see they're getting some hits in. Definitely good to see they're getting some hits in. Snagga skirms look like they're just about done, so we're starting to grind away at this front line. It's not going to be pleasant. Especially not just for these Snagga skirms. It's going to tire the enemy out, which is alright. But if I knew I wasn't going to be getting shot at, I'd probably have... I don't know. There'll be a temptation to send in my Berserker just to start rattling through the lines. Because there's nothing here that can really do too much damage. I would just send my Berserker alongside the chaff. Yeah. We could see, we could see. Snagga's trying to find a shot from Starkiller. But Valkyrian... Oh, no, and Starkiller. Really... Oh, Beastie even. Not even Valkyrian at all. Moving on in there. Some arrow fire really wild. As I say, that's what we're talking about when we see Militia Archer accuracy from those Goblin Archers just peppering the entire region. A fair bit of friendly fire. Most of it seems to be landing in the vicinity of the enemy targets, but I'd maybe hold or come over here or something like that. Hard to say. Did they end up... No, they didn't end up glitching out. That's a good sign for the defenders. They've gotten those guys that routed away back. Primarily Beastie over here, but Beastie does have some of his troops attacking the main way. This is once again going to be sort of a sacrificial distraction from Beastie. He's not going to be getting through this area. He's just got to pressure it so that the... or even just hang around, but it doesn't look like Lord Touchme is going to give him that option. You know, what you would maybe wanted to do as Lord Touchme is come down and attack. There's nothing here that could have given reinforcements, so you might have just wanted to sally on down and crush this while you could, but looks like they met him halfway anyway, so he's going to slowly grind his way through this. As I say, the only unit that's going to provide him any sort of difficulty are the Black Orcs, the Mountains, also the Mountain Orc host, but no, those guys backed up by some spears, and the Wardens there in the back can really help out. Interesting. Oh, looks like we've got a bit of a push here by the Arthedain men-at-arms. Okay. Certainly something that's going to be tricky to deal with. They've actually really rallied through these guys. Arthedain men-at-arms kind of get a bad rep, but I think that's generally just because they get compared to their southern brethren, the Gondorian men-at-arms, who can receive that double armor upgrade from, you know, half the price. So it's, yeah, they do kind of get outshone in that regard, but they're good. They're nice to have. And when you do kit them out with that double armor upgrade, they can mix it up with some pretty solid units. And that's what we're seeing here. I love this sort of sally forth, and we need maybe an elite unit to stop this, because it is just gutting our chaff. Yeah, Berserkers look like they're appearing. With the Wardens so far away, I would be sending these guys up myself, yeah. Snagga skirms. Damn, Valkyrian's got a lot of ammunition there, and I don't know when he's going to get the opportunity to use it. Some routing forces there. Some of them might return, but a lot of them won't. Berserkers appearing. If I saw those Berserkers approaching, I was about to say I'd want to send in the Wardens of the White Tower. But the problem is sending in the Wardens of the White Tower is going to be, you know, those Snagga skirms are going to be approaching and, you know, wanting your number. So, I think the main thing for the defenders right now is just trying to deal with Beastie. Just try and get Beastie sorted out as efficiently and quickly as possible. Right now it's very efficient, but it's not very quick. These Goblin infantry are going to take a long time to go down. They're not, if you look at the pile of corpses, there are very, very few human corpses amongst that. They've been very, you know, they've been very effective at just slicing and dicing their way down through the Goblin infantry. Goblin infantry lacking the real punch that's needed to get through the likes of that armor, and also, you know, these Gondor prides itself on its militia. You know, they're not just random guys that picked up swords and shields. They're actual, you know, they've got some level of training, so they're doing not too bad there. A few armor upgraded goblins mixed in amongst them. They'll take a little bit more of a beating. I'm wondering if we see a single human fall. While I've been speaking, I don't know if a single human has died. Oh, where the heck were you? Where the heck were you, Chief? You just hanging out up there? I didn't like that. Yeah, he's not getting in the fight, so yeah, he's just having a. He's just looking. He's just looking for now. But yeah, stop the berserkers arriving. Yeah, wow, that was fast. That was so fast. What the heck happened there? Arthedain men-at-arms down to 41. Pushed a little bit too deep there and very scattered. A lot of breaking happening around them. Berserkers only lost one man as they've been involved there. And yet, skirmishers doing the exact right thing there from Beast. Oh, no, these guys are out of ammunition. But so I'd want to get an ammunition. I'd want to get a full ammo skirmisher over there. Just so that, because the only thing that could really sort out those berserkers are the wardens off the White Tower, or, I mean, off the north, in their damaged state. But, you know, if you send that in, you're going to get javelined up. So the boys need to just... It's kind of like having an AA net over your troops to stop the enemy stop the enemy air force. They've got this javelin net to stop the enemy elites coming in to deal with their elites. But dearie me, those Arthedain men-at-arms got shredded once a real enemy arrived. But we did see some casualties there. Perhaps those berserkers are a bit more beaten down than I was thinking. Just Evendom spears mixed in with a little bit of trash is not going to be enough to win the day over there. I think do we have a little bit too much over here? Not really. Because when that does come forward, what I would do is I'd send the wardens back, and I'd leave everything else there, but I'd send the wardens back just in the hopes that you're going to find a shot. Because even like those Black Orcs of the mountain, they're good. They are good, but they're not really good enough to win that uphill fight up against well, what's arrayed against them. 33 berserkers now. Okay. These berserkers are a bit more beaten down than I was thinking. Are you getting back up? Come on, Captain. He's an Evendom spearman, Captain. Come on, man. Oh no, he's a bit surrounded there, and he's got a berserker in front of him. 31 berserkers now. Okay. And the Goblin King bodyguard are in there too. Down to 21. A little bit less intimidating than the berserkers, of course. A lot more trash coming on forward now. The elite's doing a bit of damage. And Valkyrian's actually pushing right on through. A move I don't know if I agree with. I guess he's just wanting to really get mixed in amongst. He wasn't trying to break through, he was just trying to mix in amongst them. Yeah, you can see these guys coming back now, that's fair enough. I would have been a bit scared to do that just because of the morale. You know, I would have been really worried of just breaking my units. Snag of Skirm's coming over here, again, just trying to find a shot. Just being denied it, both the attackers and defenders. Good, Warns of the North coming on back. Ugh. And now that's when Beastie might approach with something a bit more solid. Oh, he already has. Mountain Orc host. Victory is certain for the boys here. I'd want those Evendom spears maybe coming on in now. Yeah, because you don't want to risk a break. They're already exhausted. The enemy's winded. Your guys are fresh up there. So you might want to just come on down. Oh, defeat us. Wow, Militia. Holy smokes, boys. They're doing not too bad at all. They're doing not too bad at all. Fighting uphill, as far as I'm aware, in Medieval 2, it doesn't actually give you any immediate disadvantage. It gives you a disadvantage to the to your fatigue as you're attacking. So, you know, it takes more energy to attack uphill, so you tire out faster. Don't quote me on that. So, I might actually have a look into it, but it's always nice to fight downhill, but as far as I'm aware, the only major benefit is your guys tire out slower, the enemy will tire out faster. And then, of course, that provides the disadvantages. Yeah, we need the Evendom boys, because we're about to get pushed through here. Raid, please, coming down. Yeah, we need to slam in there soon, or, well, you know, they're just going to get beaten back, which might be, if we're content with that, A-okay. Wars of the North finding some shots. Good stuff. Okay, good. I mean, at this point, anything. At this point, just shoot at anything, because yeah, we're about to be getting into melee. So if we're just dropping a few infantrymen, then that might just have to be what we accept. Seems to be mainly just the trash, along with the Goblin King bodyguards, still at 21, that are pushing on through here. But I guess trash in this fight, like the heavy Goblin infantry are the main line in this sort of scrap, whereas usually as they are trash. This poor guy's going to be getting backstabbed in a minute. Can he take one more fellow out first? I don't think... Nope. No, he did not. I like that this guy sort of slashed in the back, sort of stunned him, and then this fellow just, like, lopped his head off. Cathedral Drummer advancing. Oh, catching a poor Evendom Spearman off guard there. Down to 30. No, there's no shot. I'm trying to look for where you could get a shot in. Warns the White Tower emerging. We're gonna get a volley in them. Oh, cancelled shot. Well, it wasn't cancelled shot. Some of them just can't get a shot in. Even right in their faces with that shield value. I don't care. Just go for it. Just get your javelins into those wardens. That's what you have to do. A little bit of trash still remaining there. Militia struggling now. 33 and wavering. They've done very well. I expect them to just get wiped away as soon as those Mountain Orc host arrived, but they've been matching them quite comfortably. Even they've been matching them. It really took the Black Orcs the mountain to sort this situation in their favor. But yeah, down to 34, and Beastie's still got his 84. Pushing on up, sorry, 87 Black Orcs the mountain. But that's still those Evendom spears aren't going to win here. Unless they got a general kill and sparked some sort of rout, they're not going to win, but they're going to take a long time to be beaten back. So it's changed from the way that I originally thought. I thought that we were going to try and deal with Beastie first. It seems that we're going to try and deal with this attack first. Wards the White Tower really struggling there. 33, not lost a man yet, but defeat is certain for them, which shocks me. I guess they're just a bit surrounded right now. They've got trolls everywhere. They do have the berserkers around them. How many berserkers still remaining? I'm trying to get an idea. I'm seeing quite a few of them. 26. The Wardens are going to take a few of them down. Your victory is certain now for them, and they're lodged right in there, nice and safe from enemy javelin fire. What we are dreading here is, say, Valkyrian's trying his very best to do it. Is say if Valkyrian's able to make a breakthrough, get some javelins around behind, and then get some shots in. Wardens still just trying to use up their ammunition. Wardens, don't you dare break. If those Wardens fight to the last man, even if they end up taking some javelins, if they fight to the last man, I think we've definitely got a good chance. Evendom Spears holding the line right now. Very nicely. In shield wall, Beastie's trying to push through. Orcs, ain't happening. Ain't happening today. We're not pushing through a 103 solid man shield or 102 solid man shield wall in this sort of situation. No, we're in it for the long haul. We can slice them down. We can't push through them. And they might actually rack up a few more kills than I was thinking. A few Mountain Orc host arriving as well. One Goblin infantryman, very, very brave to be hanging around right now. Yeah, Beastie is more than happy to just let him get his energy back. I'm sure he can jump on in later. Oh, just... Evendom Spears, don't break. Don't break, and the defenders still have a shot. Wardens to the north still had their bows out there. Probably didn't have too much ammo, but Wardens just needed support. So they've come on forward. Now these would be a beautiful target for your javelins, but I just don't think they're going to be able to get a shot in. Bram really trying to just throw himself right onto the thick of it. I'm surprised by the Wardens. I guess it's just there's a critical mass of Goblin in front of them. It's just too much, and it is the Berserkers. Ooh, Goblin Bodyguard still at 21. I guess they've been avoiding combat a little bit. Wardens, stop charging and start swinging your swords. But no, a lot of the Wardens here still. Berserkers pushing through. That's going to be dangerous for them. 23. Ooh, wait. No, still just trying to push through, it seems. But engaging 1v1, generally the Berserkers would win that fight, but being a sword master, the Wardens are a lot more defensive skill based rather than armor based. With the likes of, you know, the Wardens of the White Tower, their allies there. So they're gonna take a bit of a thrashing, but wow. Oh god, Berserkers red. Those Berserkers got absolutely ravaged there. But I guess Berserkers, they do damage quickly, but they also die very quickly. I'm not seeing many Wardens. 4 Wardens left. Damn. That's a terrible shame. We are pushing on up now, though. And this is still just such a mass. Such a mass. And when they're all tied up like that, we're probably going to be able to get a better chance at throwing a javelin. That was a general down. Definitely I'm seeing an Arthedain ward in the north there. I think that was probably Fram. Some of those wardens still eternally charging, so they're not actually fighting while they're doing that eternal charge. Oh, dearie me. Pushing on through to the centre there. These trolls, well, this troll there, probably going to get grabbed by a few of these very angry farming ladies. A few shovels to the back of the knee. Giving him spears holding. Yeah, but again, it's slow progress, but it's progress. Beastie will make his way through this. And he's got his reserve. He's got his reserve if he has to send him on in. Yeah, but I mean, they're victory is certain. Victory is certain for those little spear boys. We'll see. We'll see. The the actual final reserve for the humans today, not enough. Wardens. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. No, that was Gondor's general, of course. Yeah. Ooh, fighting toe to toe with a bodyguard. Down to 12 bodyguard. So really the elites of the goblins over here have been wiped out, but there's only 18 wardens left now, and there's just too many goblins to slice through. A lot of infantry, skirmishers, Valkyrian doing the right thing, just getting all around them, just making sure that none of these sword masters are fighting 1v1 or even 1v2, which they'll probably still win. 1v3 they could probably comfortably win. They really want to get this into a situation where they're fighting like 5 or 6 versus 1 in this situation. Yeah, even these oh no, that was just a heavily armored goblin infantry. I thought that was a goblin king bodyguard that just went down there. Some berserkers still alive too, just supplying that heavy damage. No, that's them through to the center. How are we doing over here? Evenham spears standing. I'm impressed by the Evenham spears there. They've done very well. I expect them to get sliced down a lot faster than they did. But the writing is very much on the wall now. What do we end up with anyway? That's pretty damn close. For this sort of, for a quirky little scenario like this, it's very difficult to balance these things. You know, even controlled scenarios are very difficult to properly balance. So when you just sort of are jumping into Edoras with this sort of idea, it's not easy to get it right, and I think the boys definitely did. I can't think of, I think the sides were pretty even. I think Fram, as I say, I've not seen his name before, a few early little mistakes there, let a lot of civilians die to arrow fire, like an awful lot. I don't think that would have changed it drastically, but it would have helped, I feel. No, it was pretty solid. Very, very grateful for this one. As I say, once again, in the description will be a link to Starkiller's video to have a look at that. Probably go into a little bit of detail about how they got it set up and so on. And yeah, of course, head over to the Guardian of Chaos Discord and so on if you perhaps want to be part of something like this in the future. I've been lucky enough to be in a few of their quirky little fights over the time, so it's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. Not your average scenarios for sure. Oh no, damn. That's a shame. Oh well. I mean we saw the way it went. I would have definitely been keen to know the various kills. Oh, sorry about that, boys. That was probably mentioned to me. It would have been mentioned by BC. That's on me. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think we could definitely be sure those poor wardens did underperform a bit. I expected them to do a bit better. Maybe they were sent in slightly too late, and they really were just surrounded. I think, yeah, probably does mainly come down to just the wardens the wardens in the north didn't get a good shot. Had we been a bit more aggressive with the wardens, there was a lot of times where, like, you position the boys here. They've got that long range, they've got that accuracy. They could have minced some berserkers, even some Goblin King bodyguard, or back shot to a heavy goblin infantry in this sort of battle could have been the turning point. So trying to be a bit too safe with them, I think, really hurt the defenders. But that was just kind of as I say, a newer player just wanting to be more cautious, which is a very natural impulse. And yeah, Beastie happy. As I say, I expect him to just be a major distraction there, and well, I mean that's primarily what he was, but he did survive it. Usually distractions are of course wiped out, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.